Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, now here I am starting off with these Halloween movie reviews. Here I am with a review for Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. So, yeah, I really have kind of had a mixed feeling on this film because I don't know, I just feel like this is just like an okay film. I've really been really skeptical about this film. Like I have actually watched this film like several times before, and I don't know. It's just I'm so mixed on it because there are some scenes in this film that I really do like, and there are other scenes that I really do not like, and just I am like bored by some scenes in this film. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel that this is just like a really mixed film. It's just a mix of good and bad throughout the entire film. Now, of course, like by the title, Michael Myers is brought back because, yeah, like I said in my last video, like after Halloween 2, like the third Halloween movie, it was like a completely standalone story, and it really was not in connection with the previous Halloween movies or any of the other Halloween movies at all. Yeah, and there was no Michael Myers, and it just really was not really connected with any of the films at all. Yeah, and yeah, because originally after Halloween 2, the producers actually wanted the rest of the Halloween movie to just really be like different stories and just really like be have just totally different standalone stories and really not have any the further connection at all. But after seeing how bad Halloween 3 was received, and the producers then just decided to scrap the idea that and just bring back Michael Myers. And so then, yeah, in this film, Michael Myers ended up returning. And so, yeah, this film was definitely better received than Halloween 3 was. But I don't know. Like I said, it's just really like a mixed film really because there's some good elements and some bad elements, and yeah, it's just really up and down all throughout the film. So I really don't know how to judge this film. For me, it's just like an okay film. I mean, this film is set 10 years after the events of the first two Halloween movies, and yeah, it starts off with Michael Myers awaking the from the comatose state that he's been in ever since the explosion at the end of Halloween 2. And then yeah, and in this film, this also does end up starting up the story arc that would continue through the next few films, where now Michael Myers is after his niece Jamie after yeah they're in this film it said that Laurie was ended up killed in a car accident, which yeah, yeah, I'm not really sure what happened here. Yeah, I haven't really watched every Halloween film in history yet. Yeah, so I'm not really too familiar with this series and what happens because yeah, of course Laurie is in future Halloween films as well after this. So yeah, obviously she's not dead yet. So I'm not sure what it is that where what actually did happen to her at this time. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to find out when I do watch the next film, films and stuff, and just I guess there will be confirmation and for what happened to Laurie in the future films that she's in the series. But yeah, as far as in this film, as it said that Laurie ended up dying in a car accident. So yeah, her daughter Jamie is just in foster care in this film, and now once Michael Myers finds out about her, he just ends up just wanting to go after her and kill her, and that's just what continues on in the next few films. So yeah, that's really the story arc that this film starts. Arcs. Yeah. And also, in this film, you also do have Donald Pleasance reprising the role of Dr. Loomis. And yeah, and it's shown in this film how Dr. Loomis really is still, his face is really scarred from that explosion at the end of the second film. And yeah, once Dr. Loomis found out about Michael Myers returning, of course, he went back to Haddonfield to stop Michael Myers again and stuff, yeah. So, and really just Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis are really like the only two reprising characters from the previous two films that are in this film. Yeah, this film really does have like a totally different cast. Like you have, of course, Jamie in this film, who's played by Danielle Harris. You have Jamie's foster sister Rachel, all played by Ellie Cornell. Well, there's the new sheriff in this film, Ben Meeker, and his daughter Kelly, and there's also Rachel's boyfriend Brady, and also you do have Michael Pataki appearing like in the beginning of this film as doc- the doctor at the sanitarium Michael Myers was at, Dr. Hoffman. And so, yeah, really just, yeah, a completely different cast from the first two films, and of course, like, obviously, different cast from the third film, as obviously. So, yeah, and I do think that the new cast in this film, they are just fine. I mean, I do think that they do fine with their performances. I mean, yeah, Danielle Harris is Jamie, I think, but she does, like, yeah, she does fine for a young girl. I mean, yeah, people do complain about kid actors and stuff, but yeah, I think she is just fine in this film. Yeah, and really just, yeah, this film just is like all over the place, really, with the good and the bad. I mean, I really do like the opening of this film as well as the ending of the film as well. But yeah, there are just some scenes in this film that I just was bored by, and there are some scenes I just flat out hate. I mean, one scene in particular I absolutely hate is the scene where Jamie is being like teased at by kids at school about just like the trauma that she's going through, and stuff like that just pisses me off because yeah, just there are really kids in real life that really do act like that, and they will tease people over like stuff they're going through, and it just pisses me off that young kids like that are just like say act like so cold like that, and it just I hate those kinds of kids, and it just pisses me off how immature they can be. So yeah, that's a scene in particular I really hate. But yeah, overall, the film I do think it is okay. I mean, it does have some strong elements to it. I mean, it has a really good opening and a really good ending. So yeah, yeah, those are like really good elements, and yeah, it still does have its share of really violent death in the film. Yeah, and yeah, this is the previous two Halloween films. And really, just throughout the Halloween films in general, like with the deaths, there really isn't like that much blood, but it is still like really violent. So yeah, I really that's something that I really do like about these films. How they really like don't really like keep the blood down, but they still are able to really make it look very violent. So I do like that about all of these films. So yeah, it just has like I said, it does have some strong elements to it, but yeah, there are it does also have a share of like pretty boring scenes as well. So yeah, it is kind of a mixed bag, but yeah, it is at least it is still better than some other Halloween movies out there. So yeah, it is just I think an okay film. So yeah, I would give this film probably I don't know 2.5 stars out of 4. So yeah, really just like well thumbs in the middle type of film. I mean yeah, not really like great or anything, but yeah, not horrible either. So yeah, it's just like uh very like right split right down the middle film. All right, so yeah, let me just talk about the plot of this film. All right, so as I said, as the movie opens up, it's showing that Michael Myers has been in the coma ever since the explosion at the end of the second film, and yeah, this film is like set 10 years after the events of the first two films, as I said, and it's shown that Michael Myers is like being transferred to a new sanitarium in Smith's Grove, and it was funny as there were like the two doctors from the Smiths Grove to like transfer Michael Myers. Like at one point, as they were being taken taken to get Michael Myers, like as a guard was like walking them back, like one of the doctors was like stunned by something, and he said Jesus, and the guard just told him, "There's no Jesus here." So yeah, it's kind of funny, yeah. And yeah, and as they were like signing for Michael Myers, like Dr. Hoffman, who's played by Michael Pataki, you may know him like as a Drago's manager from Rocky Four. Yeah, yeah. The doctor was like just talking to Dr. Hoffman about like Dr. Loomis, like just assuming that he would be there since Michael Myers was still his patient. And yeah, Dr. Hoffman was just telling him that if like Dr. Loomis did read his memos, then he would have shown. But yes, with Michael Myers leaving, he would just hope that he would just rot or die and stuff, or retire and all that. Yeah. And once then, they were then like transporting Michael Myers to the Smiths Grove Sanitarium. And the two doctors were just like talking about how Dr. Hoffman told them that uh, Michael Myers' only living relative, well, at least the only one they mentioned, was his niece living in his hometown of Haddonfield. And then that's why Michael Myers had awoken and he heard that. And then, yeah, he then just ended up like attacking the doctors. And yeah, he attacked like the male doctor, and yeah, he just stuck his thumb right through the doctor's forehead. Which, oh gosh, that looked like, oh, that always makes me cringe when I see it. Just a thumb going right through the forehead, and yet you saw like the blood like uh, flowing out. Ugh. Yeah, and then it showed that um Michael Myers' niece, Jamie Lloyd, it's showing that she is like living with the foster family, the Carruthers, which includes like their daughter Rachel. Well, yeah, yeah, and apparently like Jamie actually like has been having nightmares of Michael Myers, but yeah, she like doesn't actually know like who he really is, but she does know about him. Yeah, and it's just like showing that she's like keeps like hallucinating Michael Myers, like thinking that he's coming after her, and it's just like really scaring her. So yeah. And then the next morning, like on Halloween, like Rachel actually had a date with her boyfriend Brady, but yeah, the uh, Jamie's babysitter ended up like canceling, and so yeah, Rachel pretty just like had to watch Jamie for her parents that night, and yeah, Rachel was like kind of unhappy about it, and Jamie overheard it, but and once Rachel went to talk to Jamie, like she just said that she could go out with Brady the next night. And yeah, she told Jamie that she would take her trick or treating, but Jamie just said that she didn't want to. And instead, then like Rachel just told Jamie that they would get some ice cream after she picked Jamie up from school. Yeah, and 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 like word got to Doctor Loomis that Michael Myers escaped his transfer, and then once he like spoke with Doctor Hoffman, and then saw like the wreck of the ambulance after Michael Myers awoke him, and yeah, and Doctor Loomis then just like went after Michael Myers in the Haddonfield. Yeah, yeah. To show that Michael Myers that he like ended up like killing like a mechanic at a gas station and took his clothes along with like some others, a, a clerk, and also like disabled the phone similar to like what he did in the first film. And then eventually Doctor Loomis ended up like finding Michael Myers and going face to face with him. But yeah, then like Michael Myers then just ended up like escaping with a tow truck, and then just ended up like causing an explosion, and Dr. Loomis's car ended up like being blown up within the explosion. And then yeah, Dr. Loomis was then forced to hitchhike, but he eventually was able to catch a ride from somebody else to Haddonfield. Yeah. And then yeah, after Jamie like ended up being teased by kids at school, then that just then made Jamie decide that she wanted to go trick or treating that night. Right, and also then Rachel and Jamie then went to find a costume for Jamie, and as she was looking for one, then like it showed that yeah, Michael Myers was also there, and yeah, like she like saw him face to face again, and Michael Myers like ended up like grabbing another mask, which was basically just like the one that he wore in the first two films. Yeah, and yeah, Jamie just like ended up like screaming and ended up, like shattering a mirror and stuff. But yeah, once Rachel and Brady worked there, yeah, they just came and yeah, of course, like Michael Myers wasn't actually around, and they just felt that Jamie may have been scared just by a mask that she saw. Yeah. And then later that night, as the parents then ended up just going out, and Rachel then took Jamie trick or treating, and yeah, and then eventually at one point, as Jamie then came across some other kids that liked her costume, and just invited her to trick or treat with them. They ended up going like to one house, and then it showed that uh, it was at the sheriff's house, and it showed that his daughter Kelly was there, and it showed that Brady was also there, and then that's when Rachel ended up discovering that Brady was cheating on her for the sheriff's wife, and yeah, it was Brady was trying to convince Rachel that that's not what he was trying to do. Then it ended up Jamie ended up taking off with the other kids, and then yeah, Rachel just ended up losing Jamie, and then just went out to find her. Yeah, and it's at times like that why we do actually have cell phones now, so you can actually find someone a lot easier than just looking around for them and not knowing actually where they are and if they're okay. So yeah, just yeah, kind of yeah, especially if you compare that time to right now, you can see how stupid it was people are back then. Yeah, and yeah, meanwhile, Dr. Loomis is then went and spoke with the new sheriff Ben Meeker, and he was just telling him that Michael Myers had returned and he is actually after Laurie Strode's daughter. Yeah, yeah, and so then yeah, the sheriff and Dr. Loomis then went out to just try to find Michael Myers and destroy him. Yeah, yeah, and it just show how Michael Myers then he ended up coming across an electrical substation, and then yeah, he ended up killing a worker by throwing him into voltage, and then yeah, it ended up causing a power outage throughout the town. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, once the people in town found out about Michael Myers returning, then ended up forming a lynch mob to kill Michael Myers. Yeah, yeah, and then eventually then Rachel did find Jamie again after she felt that she was being pursued by Michael Myers. Yeah, and eventually then Sheriff Meeker and Dr. Loomis ended up finding Rachel and Jamie, and then they took her back to the sheriff's house with Brady, Kelly, and another deputy was also there. And yeah, they just were trying to give Rachel and Jamie shelter, and so yeah, just trying to protect them from Michael Myers. So they ended up barricading the house, but yeah, it was revealed that Michael Myers was actually hiding in the deputy's car in the back, and he ended up was actually inside the house. Yeah. And then, yeah, Dr. Loomis then just went off to try to find Michael Myers, and yeah, Sheriff Meeker was just in the basement waiting for the state police to arrive. And then eventually, then he just went out and took care of the town. Yeah. And then eventually, then Michael Myers then attacked, and he ended up killing the deputy along with Kelly. And then, yeah, Rachel, Jamie, and Bree then just found the bodies, and then they just discovered that they ended up being trapped in the house with Michael Myers. Yeah. And then yeah, Michael Myers eventually then appeared, and yeah, Brady tried to fight Michael Myers off, but of course obviously Brady was no match for Michael Myers, and Michael Myers just easily killed him. Yeah. And then yeah, Michael then like pursued Rachel and Jamie, and then yeah, Rachel and Jamie ended up breaking through a window onto the roof to try to escape. And at one point, then, as Rachel was lowering Jamie down to the ground, Michael Myers ended up just attacking Rachel and knocking her off the roof unconscious. Yeah, and then eventually, then Dr. Loomis ended up finding Jamie, and then they tried to hide from Michael in the school, but yeah, Michael Myers ended up then arriving, and then he knocked out Dr. Loomis, and then was chasing Jamie through the building of the school. And at one point, Jimmy ended up falling down a flight of stairs, and when it looked like Michael Myers was about to that killed Jamie, then Rachel ended up arriving and just sprayed a fire extinguisher substance into Michael Myers' face, and then yeah, once Jamie and Rachel ended up like running out of the building, then members of that lynch mob then like gave them a ride, tried to get them out of the town. But then like Michael then just like attacked the members of the mob aboard the truck, and then yeah he then like was trying to go after Rachel and Jamie, but then yeah Rachel ended up taking the wheel of the truck, and then she eventually was able to knock Michael off of the truck, and then just like ran right into him, and he just then like ended up went flying in a ditch near a abandoned mine. Yeah, and then yeah, Sheriff Meeker, along with other members of the mob and the state police, ended up arriving, and then yeah, Jamie like just went up to Michael Myers' body, and then she ended up like just like touching his hand, and it looked like he was like, and then he like regained consciousness and got back up, but then yeah, everyone then was just like unloading on Michael, and he eventually just ended up like falling like down a mine shaft. Yeah, and then just cut to where Rachel and Jimmy were taken back home, and the parents were like consoling them. And then as Mrs. Carruthers like went upstairs to like try to run a bath for Jamie, and then like showed from Jamie's point of view, like she grabbed a pair of scissors and like put the mask that came with her costume, whom over her face, and then yeah, it then just showed like her looking at Mrs. Carruthers, and then it just cut away, and then we could hear her screams, all Mrs. Carruthers screams, and then yeah, Dr. Loomis then heard it and was racing up the stairway, but then yeah, it just stopped, and it just showed that there was like just Jamie at the top of the stairs with her mask on, and yeah, it just showed like there was blood all over her costume, and yeah, Dr. Loomis was like horrified by it, realizing that really that Jamie was following in her uncle's footsteps. Then then just showed like he was just horrified by the sight, and then yeah, then Sheriff Meeker, Mr. Carruthers, and Rachel all then saw it as well, and yeah, they just like were staring in horror as well, and then it just showed then like Jamie was like holding up the bloody pair of scissors. So, oh, yeah, it just and then yeah, then the movie then just like cut to credits right there. So yeah, this was like I guess this was like trying to like set up something where like it was making it seem like Michael's like evil spirit was like possessing Jamie, and it was like living on through her. But yeah, unfortunately, like we really didn't get any follow up on this next film. So yeah, it kind of sucks that like they like seem to like build something like this up for a future film, but yet nothing came of it in the next film or any other films after. So yeah, it kind of sucks that happened, but yeah, still it is an okay film. I mean, yeah, I really like the opening, and I really like the ending, and yeah, it just like a mix of good and bad throughout this entire film. But yeah, I still do think it is an okay film overall. So like I said, 2.5 stars out of 4. I mean, yeah, it's just like a thumbs in the middle type of film. I mean, yeah, it is like not as good as the first two films, but still better than like some other Halloween films as well. So if you're interested, I would say it is like worth an hour and a half of your time. I think you'll like find it just fine. Just yeah, if you're just looking for something that's really just like it it has a pretty good like the story is pretty good to it, but just like the payoff really just is kind of like a mixed bag. So if you're interested enough, I would say you can like give it a watch, and I think it'll be just fine for you. All right, so yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say about it. All right, so yeah, all right, so this is it for my review of Halloween 4: The Return of Michael Myers. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review, and yeah, stay tuned throughout, and stay tuned for more of these Halloween reviews coming throughout the rest of the month up to Halloween. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.